Hello, good evening everyone. This is Neeraj from More Consultancy Pvt Limited. In this video, we are discussing about the income tax returns, its types, applicability, timeline, and penalties. What is income tax return? Income tax return is an information filed with IRD related to the income from different sources which is earned by the taxpayer. The sources of income includes the income from employment, business, investment, and windfall gain. The taxpayer includes the natural person, an entity registered with IRD with PAN number or VAT number, whatever the case may be. What are the types of the return to be filed with IRD? Under income tax, the returns to be submitted are of four types. The first type is estimated income tax return. The second is annual income tax return. The third is TDS return, and the fourth is change in control return under section 57. In this video, we will explain you in detail about the estimated income tax return, which can be further subdivided into estimated D02 return and estimated return. What is estimated income tax return? Estimated income tax return is a return to be furnished by the taxpayer whose estimated income tax liability for a fiscal year is 7,500 or more. कुनै पनि करदाताको अनुमानित आयमा लाग्ने कर अथवा अनुमानित कर एक आर्थिक वर्षको लागि 7,500 वा सोभन्दा माथि आउँछ भने उसले एस्टिमेटेड इन्कम ट्याक्स चाहिँ ट्याक्सको रिटर्न कम्पलसरी फाइल गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ. सरी, what are the types of estimated income tax return? As I told you earlier, it can be divided into estimated D02 return and estimated return. Estimated D02 return is to be furnished by the taxpayers whose expected annual turnover is rupees 20 lakh or more, but less than rupees 50 lakh, and whose estimated income tax liability for that fiscal year is rupees 7,500 or more. And estimated return is to be filed by the taxpayer who have expected his annual turnover to be rupees 50 lakhs or more, and whose estimated income tax liability for that particular fiscal year is rupees 7,500 or more. What is the amount of installment tax to be paid? It can be categorized into two categories, as the taxpayer has to file D02 estimated income tax return and the estimated income tax return. यदि D02 estimated income tax return फाइल गर्ने करदाताहरूले दुईटा इन्स्टलमेन्टमा इन्स्टलमेन्ट ट्याक्स बुझाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ, जुन एउटा फर्स्ट इन्स्टलमेन्ट पुसको अन्तिममा तथा दोस्रो इन्स्टलमेन्ट असारको अन्तिममा बुझाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ. पुसको अन्तिमसम्म बुझाउनु पर्ने जुन एस्टिमेटेड इन्स्टलमेन्ट ट्याक्स हुन्छ, इन्स्टलमेन्ट ट्याक्स चाहिँ यदि पुसको अन्तिमसम्म बुझाउने, पुसको 20 गतेसम्म जति पनि वास्तविक कारोबार हुन्छ त्यसमा जति पनि प्रिस्क्राइब रेटबाट ट्याक्स आउँछ त्यो ट्याक्स बुझाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ भने दोस्रो इन्स्टलमेन्टमा चाहिँ असारको अन्तिममा बुझाउने इन्स्टलमेन्ट ट्याक्स असारको 20 गतेसम्म चाहिँ एक्चुअल ट्रान्जेक्सनमा र त्यसपछि जुन असारको अन्तिमसम्मको पिरियड हुन्छ त्यसमा चाहिँ इस्टिमेट गरेर ट्याक्स निकालेर पहिलो इन्स्टलमेन्टमा तिरेको ट्याक्सलाई घटाएर जति ब्यालेन्स ट्याक्स आउँछ त्यसमा चाहिँ सेकेन्ड इन्स्टलमेन्टको ट्याक्स चाहिँ बुझाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ. त्यसै गरी फर द taxpayer who is furnishing the estimated income tax return, he has to file or he has to pay the installment tax in 3 installments. The first installment at the end of the pause of the fiscal year, second at the end of the chaitra, and third at the end of the asad of the fiscal year. Then first installment up to 40% of the estimated annual tax liabilities बुझाउनु पे गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ. सेकेन्ड इन्स्टलमेन्टमा अप टु 70% तथा थर्ड इन्स्टलमेन्टमा 100% अफ द एस्टिमेटेड एनुअल ट्याक्स लायबिलिटी पे गरिसक्नु पर्ने हुन्छ. फर्स्ट एस्टिमेटेड इन्कम ट्याक्स रिटर्न कहिले सबमिट गर्ने त भन्दाखेरि द फर्स्ट एस्टिमेटेड इन्कम ट्याक्स रिटर्न shall be submitted by the end of the pause of the financial year to which the estimated income belongs to. And can the estimated income tax return be revised? Yes, it can be revised, but the last revision could be done only before the end of the month of Asad of that particular fiscal year. What if the required taxpayer does not furnish the said return? Then we have the provision under the Income Tax Act 2058 in section under 117 section. He shall pay the tax fine of 0.01% of the assessable income or rupees 5,000, whichever is higher, for not filing the estimated income tax return. For example, you can see if his assessable income is 35 lakh rupees, he has to pay the fine 5,000 rupees. If his assessable income is 9 crore 40 lakhs, then he has to pay 9,400 rupees fine. You can see the calculation here. Thank you for watching this video. Would like to hear from you. You can contact us at More Consultancy through the email, or you can visit our websites or our social media platforms. I'd like to inform you through this video that we have a special offer for the year 2020, which will expire before the end of January 2020. And you can see the details, which is a one-time event at NPR 2020. We are providing these services. The stock and fixes is related on quarterly basis. We will be performing the activities, bookkeeping on annual basis, and monthly basis. 2020 rupees ma services provide गरिरहेका छौं. There are certain terms and conditions applicable for all these services. For those terms and conditions, you have to visit our website at moreconsultancy.com. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to us. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful time.